We are in an elimination game for T1 at Worlds. They're putting Gumayushi on the controversial Kaisa pick for him. They have a
She get on towards Faker here.
Let's see. Wants to move towards him there with the Ishtal's impact. Forces the flash. Faker stays safe, but now Summoner Spell down.
patience there from Tarzan, and
He set up their Corki for success in anyone's legend, but there's so many members on the top side of the map for T1, and they don't know Doran's here.
Yeah, Doran's still there, the call of the Forge God, the paranoia over the top. Hope tries to get away with the flash, but he's still caught up in the fear. He waits to use the cleanse. Hope locked up by the Ornn, but he gets enough distance. AL staying alive for now. Kyle and Hope both get away. T1 goes in. Gumayushi with a killer instinct, but Hope still lives underneath the turret. Doran's going in with a bellows breath, and it's first blood over to Keria. Kyle tries to counterattack with Zenith Blade, but he does not have what he needs. Doran now the target. Shanks doesn't hit him with a chain. He's got to try to get away as Tarzan wants to kill Doran. Shanks still in the back part of the fight. Tarzan with a 3-man impale. T1 still trying to fight as Faker arrives in. Shanks down to 150, and the blooming burst from Keria gets him. It's a 4-2 game, 8 minutes in, and T1 take the fight.
And the only thing they have to pay for it is the bottom side. Mordekaiser did get left alone with this tower, but it is so good for T1. It is Guma that does not give up on the play. Even though Hope was able to escape from the Ornn ultimate, Guma says nobody's getting out of this. He ults in, he continues to play for T1, and all of T1.
That they can finish off these kills, and Tarzan tries his best with Shanks to bring back this play.
I've seen the shield break on Doran's health bar. He just goes up, he gets bonked a little bit, but now Tarzan is looking to change that around. Nice use of the bellows breath, but he is pulled back by the claw from Flandra. He tries to get underneath the turret. Doran flashes away. Flandra does secure the kill, but now he's got to get away from the turret. His teammates coming up to guarantee he survives. It's AL overloading the top side, and T1 are bringing in backup, but they've already lost their top laner.
It's a nice timing window from AL. Right as Dragon spawns, they go
AL
for the...
looks to be saying that they have no interest in contesting this one. Flandra's just staying top. He has no teleport. So putting the work in on this turret to take the first one. Nice deny there on the feats of strength.
Yeah, and the fact that now you get to use this
His Nocturne. Faker still needs another 4 minutes before his Rod of Ages hits full stack, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Tarzan over the wall here with the Blast Cone. Kyle and Hope approaching from mid. T1 forced back away from the Herald.
Yeah, I like that. You immediately just drop it. Just immediately leash the Herald for T1 because Faker can finish this bottom tower and then teleport in, and they do.
Yeah, Keria's going to be the target here from Kyle, but he's not going to go in any further. Blast Cone gets Kyle back away as Doran tries to escape. Tarzan punches him a couple times, but again, that's a very tanky Ornn. Herald's going to lose all patience, and we can see Faker using the teleport to make his way over to the fight now after claiming that tier 1 turret in the bottom lane. Shanks still has a TP, but he's held in mid by Faker because of the wave clear of the Victor. Faker winning the trade against Shanks as Tarzan trades with Keria and Gumayushi. T1 with control over the Herald as AL approach. Flandra's going to look for a target, potentially here for the death realm. Herald down to 4K. Claw hits 2, but Flandra can't get any closer. Owner wants to take the objective. Paranoia's already gone out. Herald secured by Owner as the Ornn Horn comes in, but only finds one. Keria locks up Hope. Gumayushi into the back line, and the AL AD carries already down. Owner tries to flash away. Doran in the middle of everybody, but Flandra barely stays alive. He should surely die right after the shield falls, and Owner kills him. Kyle's on the run. T1's on the hunt. Everybody on AL's dropping, and T1 are absolutely demolishing the LPL team. Tarzan tries to dig through the wall. He'll barely escape, but it's Rift Herald plus 4 kills to the side of T1.
Even Guma lived! Shanks tried to go back in to kill him, but he couldn't get the vision, he couldn't get the damage! T1 have taken control of this game!
Tarzan wants to see if he can get Faker on the way out. May get the damage down, but AL are so far away. Keria is still in the vicinity.
Enough damage thus far, but you can see everybody's up here. They've got Doran down in the bottom lane. He's the one answering Flandra. He has his teleport to join up for this Otacon fight whenever they need him.
It's just so difficult if you're AL. Those item deletion points just aren't there. And now with the push on top side, how do you try and enter in towards River? How do you try and spot that Otacon has already been started by T1?
AL charged with a nearly impossible task. They are going to walk forward. They are going to see the Otacon started. They're bringing in the teleport. AL have to send some sort of a Hail Mary play here. Tarzan jumps in, only finds Doran. Carrier looking for the Pop Blossom. He only finds it onto Kyle. The Ornhorn flies through and Hope is already down. T1 have found their marks, and they want even more. Owner is smashed by Flandra in the Rift Herald pit here at the same time as Faker stays alive, and they cannot quite do it. Finally, they get the shutdown. AL's winning the fight. T1 may have overplayed. They may have overstayed. AL find their way back into the game. Flandra chasing after the lone survivor as the Otacon will be taken by anyone's legend.
AL, they deleted Carrier and then they set their sights on Owner. They chunk him so low that Flandra is then able. The Otacon that they claim in the aftermath.
The Otacon is so dangerous. The shred that it applies to
with the dive in the back line, and Shanks was able to finish off Guma. Like, there is so much damage, even from the beefcakes now on anyone legend, that you need to.
Has been going after him nonstop.
Yeah, certainly has. All right, let's take another look at this though. Top tower is so low. Ale trying to use it.
Okay, they go in. The solar flare from Kyle. Tarzan wants to swoop around, but the Impale misses. AL threw a lot out there. The Arcane Storm from Faker going to fully push back anyone's legend. Shanks all the way down in the bottom lane. Not going to teleport up for this. AL wanted to defend their tier 1, but when they swing and miss, it's easy for T1 to finish the job.
AL ever so...
Watch out for the engage.
Yep, keep your eyes on Carrier specifically here with the Nico. Teleport coming in from the AL side. Also T1 ready to reinforce. Ornhorn sounds off. Doran goes in. They're going to knock up Kyle here at the very start, but into the back line. T1, Faker under pressure. The burst of the mid laner. They found him, but Hope is also already down. Shanks next to die. The Arcane Storm is a typhoon, but AL is fighting back. More damage to Gumayushi. Flandra wants him. Flandra can't find him. The mace will not connect over the wall. And now Tarzan goes on a killing spree. AL are winning another fight. Doran locked up. He gets away with a teleport to stay alive. 3 for 3. And full tank Skarner did over 4,000. The Mordekaiser cracking 5,000 damage as AL now moving into this topside river yet again. Solar Flare used by Kyle does not find anything meaningful here. Taking a look at summoner spells, there are no flashes available on T1. There are none available on AL except for Kyle on this Leona. So keep your eyes on him.
AL are trying desperately to pull T1 away from the dragon, but T1 just going to walk down the mid lane, keep this pressure up, and AL, they're looking at a little split.
Yeah, Gumayushi's going to take down the tier 2 turret. Keep your eyes open for the paranoia. That's the sign that T1's going to look for something, but they don't want to use it here. Instead, it's Gumayushi off on a solo mission looking to take the Drake. It's not Soul Point just yet, but if he can secure this one, it's going to put AL in a very difficult spot. The Kaisa clears this very effectively, just as a lone unit, and it looks like they're going to grab it here. The Scryer's Trinket used to see what T1 is doing. Shanks goes after Carrier, chunks him out, but doesn't chunk him super low. T1 takes the Drake, and now they're ready for the 5v5. Doran summons up the Ornhorn. They're going in after Flandra. They want to focus the Mordekaiser. They've got him locked up in the CC, and Faker strikes him down. AL have lost their strongest player. Tarzan with the Impale, and Owner continues moving forward. AL in a 4v5 have got to be mindful now. T1 may try to go for the Baron as they clear out mid-wave. Flandra's still dead for 35 seconds.
T1 found the thorn on their side and they yanked it out immediately. Now anyone's legend have to defend the Baron. 4 versus 5.
T1 going after the big objective. Tarzan wants to step forward here, try to find a little bit of poke. Kyle and Hope now. A nice catch from Doran. Hope is already down. Tarzan has to retreat. Ishtal's impact through the wall. They can't slow him down. They can't lock him up. T1 back onto the Baron yet again. Owner down to 25% HP. AL, they're going to have their top laner back up here in 5.
Didn't want to pull the trigger on the ultimate. Thought he could maybe survive and then find a higher value target. But if T1 continue to focus...
All right, AL ready to try to stop him, but Gumayushi kills this objective very, very quickly. TP coming in from AL. Carrier on the flank, off to the right, ready for the pincer attack. T1 gonna pull off the Baron. They do not want to allow it to get low enough for Tarzan to try to steal. Doran jumps in, knocks Kyle up into the air. Shanks going in after Carrier, wants to stop him. Ornhorn through the middle of the fight, and once again, Flaundra's gonna get focused, but he is not dead. Big impale from Tarzan. A lot of damage comes through. Carrier dies before the Pop Blossom. Flaundra in a little bit of trouble now, but he's still fighting. The shield keeps him alive, but T1 is too strong. AL running now. They've lost 2. T1 have only lost their support. It's both supports down. Flaundra, the extra man dead, means T1 win the fight.
Yeah, they melt the front line. Shanks is actually creeping around, but there's not much he can get. He's looking for an angle onto Guma.
If he can find Gumayushi, that's the angle. That's the only way to win it, and there he goes! Shanks with the hero play as Hope tries to escape from Doran, but the Bellows breath takes him down. Tarzan wants to get away from Owner, from Faker. He can't quite get there. He's feared up. Shanks nearly kills off Owner, but a beautiful spell shield keeps him alive. Shanks is trapped inside the gravity field, and Faker takes him down. Tarzan on the run. He's the only one left alive from the original fight. Kyle has finally respawned. Faker and Doran are going to continue the chase now. If they can get a delayed kill on this jungler, they can almost guarantee themselves either a soul or a Baron, and that's exactly what they're doing. Tarzan will not be allowed to dig through the wall. The Arcane Storm silences him as he tries
to get into the pit.
Exactly. It's free Baron for the side of T1. It's still 10 seconds. What they're looking to do. The Mountain Soul belongs to T1. 34 minutes in.
Seal it for T1. How is a LeBlanc supposed to burst through all this extra durability on these T1
Chanted
members?
at the same time. T1 continues to push here in the bottom lane. Cannon Minion doing most of the damage under the tier 3 turret as Tarzan is stunned up inside the gravity field, but again, not a ton of damage either way. Shanks wants to try to get some poke, but he won't find a lot. Hope on this Corki still hopelessly behind this entire game. Nearly 6,000 gold lead for Gumayushi as AL try to keep defending, but it is the health bars of the tier 3 turrets slowly whittling away to the Baron empowered minions. Kyle on the side of the terrain here in bottom lane looking for what might be AL's final desperate chance to stay in this game. Doran continues playing the point man here for the T1 side as another wave crashes into the tier 3 turret. A little bit more damage onto Tarzan, but it's not a lot. They don't need a lot, they just need time to chip away at these tier 3s. Doran with a Bellows Breath to get through the claw. Flaundra loses half his HP. The Mordekaiser's gonna be your target. Here goes the Ornhorn. They knock Flaundra up into the air, but again, nobody under serious threat. Tarzan with an impale onto one, but he's about to die. He flashes away. Guma flashes in. Carry with a 3-man Pop Blossom will seal the fate of anyone's legend. Guma with a triple. Guma with a quadra. Only Flaundra stands. Gumayushi finally dies, but AL will die with him. T1 will not go quietly. They will force down the Nexus turrets. They will move to the Nexus, and they will take us to Silver Scrapes.
Leave it.